What's going on, guys? And today I'm going to be doing a review of the Ningu arrows. Now it seems that every company is starting to make the arrows by Adam Saladin, the ones that he likes to use. Whether they ask him for permission or not, lots of different companies are starting to make the arrow style throwing knives for the no spin throwing. Now Ningu is a UK company, so if you're in the UK, you're going to be able to get hold of these. And now what you'd normally pay for a set of arrows is about £150. You can convert that to dollars, so about $200 if you like. So they're about £150 on the standard ones. You can buy more expensive similar arrow style knives as well, but they're for your really good ones. And these ones are online on sale for about £70 if you would like the 5mm arrows on the Ningu, and if you get the 7mm Ningu, those are about £90. So you've got £70, £90 and your £150. Now I've not actually thrown these yet, so I don't have an opinion on them just yet, but I'm going to give you that opinion throughout this video. Now, first opinions on looks. So they are a little bit different to your standard arrow. You can see they are much thicker, much wider, sorry, on the handle, and they do have a lot narrower blade as well. The Adam Saladin arrows do keep the same 6mm thickness all the way up the knife, which is very good for the instinctive half spin throwing or the standard half spin throwing as well. I do very like these very much, whereas these don't. So that may affect that instinctive no spin throwing. It might be a little bit different on the half spin. We're going to find out as we throw these throughout the video. But initial thoughts on them: when they came in the post, they came wrapped up really nice, bubble wrap, wrapped up in these sheaves as well. And when I took them out, they were also nice, well oiled as well, which is very good to know as well. So I'm excited to throw these, especially the 7mm arrows. They're probably going to be better than the 5mm, but the 5mm is going to be useful for other things, like if you would like to throw with the no reload. It's going to be easier to throw on the no reload because they're a little bit narrower, whereas the 7mm arrows, holding all these chunky ones in your hand, maybe a little bit trickier to hold all that in your hand, whereas your standard Wolfland or sharp blades ones are going to be 6mm on there. So I'm going to compare them, test them, give you my thoughts on them. So what you're going to see now is a little compilation of me throwing all different techniques. I'm going to throw half spin first, then we're going to throw full spin, then we're going to move on to the no spin, what they're designed for, and then we're going to do some instinctive half spin and some trick shots as well. So let's do it. So first of all, you're going to see my first attempts on every throw, montage, final thoughts. Let's do it. Okay, they felt pretty good. Not so great to hold, not as good as your standard arrows. It's that first one, been a very long time since I've thrown, actually. Been almost a month since I've been out throwing, so might be a little bit rusty today. But first impressions, not bad, it works, you can see that.
Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now.
7mm arrows work better, but then again, I did have my warm up with the 5mm, but they did feel better.
Slow down. And you're not listening. It is your choice to make a little mockery. It won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose.
well, I just broke my tripod, so that's all the videos for today. Now my final thoughts on these knives. First of all, for the half spin, they work pretty well on the half spin. You just got to obviously figure out where your distance is. I do prefer the Adam Saladin arrows for the half spin. Full spin, again, I prefer these for all the techniques, slightly more than some. Definitely for the full spin. I think the shape of the handle and the weight of the knife makes full spin a little bit tricky. You might have seen, I might have chucked those videos in. So I had to stand a little bit closer than I normally would with my other knives to throw full spin on the Ningu arrows, both the 7mm and the 5mm. Now no spin actually felt really good, pretty similar, the closest technique I could think of that threw similar to the standard Adam Saladin sharp blades arrows. So if you are going to buy a set of knives and you don't want to spend £150, if you are just going to spend say 70, 90, if you don't want to go over that £100 limit, I'd probably recommend these knives. Now a couple of things that I do not like about the knives is that when they did come out of the packet, they were, you can see they're a little bit off, they're not straight, and if I flip that around you can see they're not completely flat, so that might hinder you a little bit on those no reload throwing, because it's not going to come apart as well. So you'd have to make sure you hold the knives around the right way. Obviously that can be fixed if you've got a hammer, a little bit of heat, maybe you can fix that. Personally, it was a little bit disappointing when they came out like that. And I also do not like them for the instinctive half spin. They just feel, even though they are blunt, they just feel a little bit too pointy. Maybe I just want to take that point off a little bit more. And even this here just doesn't feel very comfortable on the instinctive half spin. Can still be done. I did land a couple of throws off camera, but it wasn't my favorite technique, so I've not thrown any of those videos in. Now on the distance throwing, again, I quite like them on the distance throwing. I found myself better with the 5mm knives over the 7, but that's probably because I'm a little bit out of practice. Normally I would prefer the heavier knife, but they're similar to these. So the other downside, again, you don't know how long these are going to last either. So if you do collide, take a bit of damage, they might not last you as long as your sharp blades throwing knives, because that's what you pay the money for. The sharp blades ones, I know that these are going to last me a lifetime, whereas I'm not sure how long these are going to last me, even though I am quite impressed with them for the price. So to conclude, if you do not have the money to spend on those, the 5mm Ningu arrows are £70 online. I'd give them a try. You might be able to find cheaper styles of arrows online as well, but these are the ones that I've picked up. But if you do have the money, you definitely 100% want to go for the sharp blades arrows. They are a lot better to throw, but I still like these very much. Still very good if you're a beginner, if you're learning, if you want to pick up your first set of no spin throwing knives. I'll go for this. So enough rambling from me. My phone's getting blown over. Next video, I'm going to be reviewing the Fuchs Albatross throwing knives, even more expensive knives than the ones that you've seen today. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe, click a like on this video, share it with a friend, drop a comment, let me know what your favourite set of no spin throwing knives is, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-da!